Today's episode of the Feral Podcast is brought to you today by Calvin's Tap Room and Terrace. Calvin's Tap Room and Terrace, 787 Mercer Grove City Road, Mercer, PA. Dining hours are as follow: Monday and Tuesday close, Wednesday and Thursday 12 to 9, Friday and Saturday 12 to 10, and Sunday 12 to 8. For reservations, please call 724 269 7687. That's Talbot's Tap Room and Terrace, 787 Mercer Grove City Road, Mercer, PA. And now let's start the show.
Welcome to season 3 of the Furrow Podcast, episode 2. I thought you knew. I am the leader of the Baldhead Nation. Why I keep trying to dang? It must be that approaching 50. The
Oh,
mayor,
oh,
the landlord, the leader of the Baldhead Nation. The mayor, that's right, Kim. Quit playing. Mark P. And to my left, I have the lovely.
Neveah.
And I'm Dr. Tonia Farmer.
and it's your man DJ Rich Stacks, king of the big backs, the man with all the snacks. How y'all doing? How was y'all weekend?
Wonderful. Great.
Wonderful?
It was
Good.
nice. It was good.
Real good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how was your weekend, bro?
Oh man, just trying to stay warm.
Okay.
FanDuel beat my socks off, as D Rock like to say. Man, they beat me out my socks. Man, they beat me out my socks. But I can't complain. I won 3 weeks in a row.
Mhm.
You know, uh, in the 200 version of winning too. So I'm not mad. I'm a little salty, a little Lowry salty, but I fared well. I bet you I get them this weekend and for the Super Bowl. So, but yeah, I can't complain. Seen some decent football.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, stayed warm, stayed out the way. Nothing special. Nothing real special.
Gotcha.
Miss Neveah, what did you get into this weekend? Anything interesting?
No, I slept all weekend.
That- That's good.
That's a young answer, right?
Uh, uh,
That's the team.
This morning I did have to get up for my MLK breakfast where I did my speech, but
Hmm.
I went back to sleep right after that.
Oh my gosh, that's good. How did the speech go? Did you do well?
Yeah, I did good. Compared to the
Awesome.
other ones, I didn't stutter or anything today.
That's good. That's
So.
good. That's good. That's good.
Want to know how my weekend was?
Yes. Yeah.
Go Eagles! Go Eagles! Go Eagles!
oh, I was rooting for y'all this weekend.
That's right. Go Eagles!
I shout remembrance to the homie BK. The Eagles, I was rooting for the Eagles like they was the Browns this weekend.
Oh,
Fly,
gotcha.
Yeah,
fly,
fly, Eagles,
Oh,
fly
fly.
Eagles!
yeah, they did. They did well. They did well. You
Yes,
know.
yes, we did. That's
Yep,
like
yep.
hometown. That's my hometown. I'm a South Jersey girl,
South
so
Jersey?
South Jersey girl. So Philadelphia, that's like right across the bridge.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the Eagles is like hometown. So that was exciting. And this today was a great day of service for MLK Day.
Oh,
Our Jack and Jill chapter, the Youngstown chapter, we served at the Sparkle Market in
okay.
Youngstown on South Avenue. So we helped some of the customers with their buggies and their groceries, and we shopped for donations to the Beatitude House. So today was all about service
Oh,
in
oh,
honor of MLK.
oh, yeah. That's definitely go out and give back to the community
Yes.
on this day. My weekend was dope. As we were discussing before we got on air, I rearranged my living room because of the, we'll get into it, the TikTok ban, but I was going to make a reading area. And the co-host had some choice words to say about it. But
I don't even want to rewind back over, boop, 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 back over here. Like Gilly, when we were talking about the Eagles, you really stopped. I was going to be
Right.
like, man, he's a super fan, right? See, Gilly the kid.
Really?
Rapper,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Check him out. Thought I was going to have to my son to cue the music because you really snapped on that. I go on and on and realize how I ran so long. No, I ain't talking about that one. You all, I'm talking about blow the whistle is what I'm talking
oh,
about.
gotcha.
Gilly, you don't follow him. Blow the whistle. I'm talking about I go on and on and realize how I ran so long. It's the Eagles' official song according to King Gilly.
So,
You almost I thought you were gonna get up and do the dance. My gosh. Oh, shoot. What you saying, bro? She pretty snapped.
other than putting together my reading room,
Yeah,
um,
right.
I sat and watched some good football. You know what I'm saying? I watched couple college basketball games this weekend. Your squad was doing decent, but I think they lost in the end. Kentucky, they look good this weekend. My team, North Carolina, they took an L. But other than that, I had a great weekend. Talked with both my daughters about the ups and downs in life and this upcoming administration. We can't worry about that. We ain't got no time to be stressed out.
Mm.
Just chilling,
The
man.
key factor is you. Quit looking at my damn teams. When you watch my teams, they start to lose. Quit viewing them. You and that Browns trash. You bring your bad onus and that bad juju on my sports squads. Quit
Ain't no
watching.
bad
Quit
juju
checking
with the
for the
Browns. It's
Knicks. Quit
just
checking
bad
for the
ownership.
Wildcats. Quit checking for my squads. I'm tired of you with that. Yeah, bro, my team losing, so now I'm about to start watching. No, don't. You got losing eyes. I don't want your losing eyes viewing my team. Stop it.
Got winning odds though right now because the Cavs are still the best in the East right
Buzzword.
now. So we good.
Yeah, y'all on a little losing streak too.
Losing streak, lose
Traces.
now instead of losing going into the postseason.
Yeah, my goodness.
For sure, for sure.
The foolery, the tomfoolery I deal with week to week. What's going on, Bubba Smith?
What's up, Bob? How you doing,
Man,
bro?
hey cuz, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in each week. And here at the Furrow Podcast, power to the people. When you
You
see
see me,
you
see
see
you.
you. That's right. And here at the Furrow Podcast, we want to educate, inspire, motivate, and
Entertain.
entertain.
I love that.
For sure.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love
Thank you. He came up with it. I didn't. I just co-signed on it. I'm his hype man.
Yeah, too big MC, and I'm MC Hammer. Yeah. Hammer, they put me in the
Yeah.
mix. What else you got for me, brother?
Well, the NFL playoffs. Definitely some good games out there this weekend.
Yeah, man.
Um, as Dr. Pitt said, her Eagles.
Yeah.
Oh
My
my
main
goodness,
man,
I love that.
my main man Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, I got some points for him yesterday, bro.
Mm.
Man.
He
And
made some moves.
like Mr. Broussard was saying, one of my favorite sports analysts, good brother, Baltimore Raven fan, he was saying to, and now I'm thinking back, like, if the Eagles, sorry, Doc, end up dropping the ball and go down to the Commanders, it's going to be a travesty that they didn't decide to let him go on and get that rushing record. He wanted to get it not only for himself, but for the hard-working, quality offensive line, the block and stuff. So, in hindsight, that would be a travesty that they didn't let him go ahead and move forward and get that single regular season rushing record,
Yeah.
man. I just think that was like, they probably could have went ahead and let him do that. I know they was like, you know, for injuries and this and that. You seen Greenlaw. What Greenlaw was going onto the field last year and got hurt in the Super Bowl. Yeah, he didn't even do a play. So
Exactly.
injury can happen at any time, but hopefully, Philly will make it and do what they got to do. Hopefully not. Shoot. Let's go, Commanders. Sorry, Doc. I'm so sorry about that one.
Don't be hating.
It ain't personal. I do like Jaden Daniels a whole lot, but you can't go wrong. We got brothers all in the quarterback and
Yeah, we
uh position
Hmm.
this weekend. you
Yeah.
know,
It's
except for
definitely
Josh
some.
Allen. Josh Allen hang around us, so he kind of
Uh,
like us. He kind of like a brother.
but ain't the Bills always in this position this time of year? Like one game removed for the Super Bowl, and then they take that L. I think it's going to happen again because Patty Mahomes and them, that team is unstoppable. That's like Brady back 20 years ago when he first started with the Patriots.
They're getting a lot of help from the
Legacy.
refs and a lot of questionable calls, and everybody in the league, the commentators, of course, the fans, everybody is viewing this, and I don't know. I mean, we're going to see. They do one thing well, and they play pretty much dang near mistake-free football, and that's the name of the game: to
Yeah, yeah.
minimize your penalties and maximize execution. And they're pretty good at that. They're going to win no matter how it looks to us, and they're doing the small things the right way and consistently. So they having success in winning.
Yeah.
That's all we can say. Andy Reid is a heck of a offensive play caller, and he calls his plays. Uh, Perfectly,
To the
eloquently,
T.
in sequence. The first 15 plays be helly.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. That's what we're reviewing.
Yeah, and unfortunately, my man Lamar Jackson didn't get the dub, and I wanted to see Baltimore go ahead. And to all my Baltimore fans,
Oh my God.
okay, I'm done.
Oh
I'm
my
done.
gosh.
Done.
Oh,
I'm good. I'm done.
oh my
I'm done.
gosh.
My bad. I didn't mean to
Oh
go that
my
way.
gosh. Oh my
It
goodness.
was good. It was good to see the Ratbirds lose again.
I like to see it too.
Oh,
Neveah,
I'm a Steelers fan, so I love to see
give me
it.
some. Give me some.
I knew you were sitting over that way for a reason.
Yeah, when you mentioned Browns, I was like, no, thank you.
That's right.
I ain't mad at you. I'm a Steelers fan too. I am.
I hear you.
Oh,
See,
PA. All
I
right.
really don't have no. I really have no hate for the Steelers. Okay, I do. I
All right.
do. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do, but it's not as much as I hate the Ratbirds. The Ratbirds are a different type of
Yeah,
fan, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Different type of fan. They acted like that team been there. You know where that team was, don't you?
Oh,
Know where that
Lord.
from, don't you? We ain't gonna talk about that part, though.
My
Oh,
gosh. My gosh.
Doctor knows best. I know.
That's
Shout
right.
out.
yep.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hey, Tori, what's happening, cuz? Much love. Thank you for tuning in each week. Thank you to all the people that subscribe and tune in at the top of the hour. We greatly appreciate your efforts. And may you continue to watch us and
She
tune
said,
in.
"Oh no, you're a Steelers fan."
Oh,
Let me tell you
yeah.
why, though. But let me
Tell
hey,
me.
let me tell you why.
Tell 'em.
I'm a Steelers fan because I went to college with Tomlin. So
Oh, okay.
that's why I'm a
Hopefully.
Steelers fan. So we went to the College of William and Mary together down in Williamsburg, Virginia. So you gotta shout for your, your
You got
alum.
to root for your
He always well spoken like that.
You got it. Listen.
He was always well spoken like that,
Yes,
Tomlin. That's
absolutely.
my
So
guy.
that's why, you gotta root for
That's
your
my
alum.
guy.
I love his Tomlinisms, man. Like his phrases is
So
top
that's the
notch.
reason. That's the reason why some black girl. That's why. That's why.
Like I said, no animosity towards the Steelers because you got to have respect for a team that consistently, pardon my French, kicks your ass all the time. You got to respect them.
Yeah, 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 yeah. True, true indeed. But switching back to this TikTok thing,
Mhm.
you had one perspective on it and I had a different. Do you
Yeah.
ladies got any ideas or perspective on theories as to why what happened with TikTok, how it just glitched off and then glitched back on?
I
I have my thoughts.
Master plan.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it had to do with politics. I can see that. Even
I'm
though I'm
so
younger, I
glad
can
you
see that.
said that.
I think
Yep.
it
Yep.
was like a stage for it to be like, oh, he's a lifesaver, like he saved TikTok.
Mm,
Everybody love him
I'm
now.
so glad you
But
said that.
I feel, but I've seen a lot of mixed things on TikTok, and not many
uh,
people think that. They just think we don't care. Like at least TikTok's back.
He is
yeah, yeah.
he is King Clout Chaser.
Hmm.
He wants credit for everything, even if he
Right.
didn't have nothing to do with it.
Right.
Yeah. Um, my take on it was that it was all about money because it's kind of funny that not only Republican but Democratic lawmakers in Washington invested in Meta and X
Hmm.
before Trump took the presidency. After he got the presidency, Elon's stocks shot through the roof.
Hmm.
Mark, I don't call him Zuckerberg. He's Mark Zuckerberg. You a sucker. Um, yeah, and what is the new look with him, man? He looks
Mm,
like he's going through a change of life thing right now. Like,
mm.
but my point was I thought it was a money grab,
Hmm.
classic money grab. But your point was,
My perspective and point on it was just like I think that they already have a leg in on all the other social medias, which they're collecting all this data, except for what? TikTok. Now they want to partner up with them to get a leg in. Now, you guys watch, it won't be they a total takeover. They just want a piece in, like Frank White in the fictional movie King of New York said, if a nickel bag is sold in the park, I want in. That's
Hmm.
the US.
yep,
And it's all about now they distracting people and the average person will think with the low hanging fruit, oh, it's a money grab. But I think it's way bigger and it's all
more
about
complex.
collecting data as they already are and them having a tap in to have an endless resource to collect more and more data. Now we got TikTok with all the other social medias we can collect data off of. That's my view on
It's
it.
data and control, though, also.
Yep, yep.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's control because now you have control of all of the social media
Mm-hmm.
platforms, essentially, the major ones.
Yep.
Now you have control, of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was real all political. TikTok never needed to go down for
Ah,
Right.
the
No.
12 hours or however it was. But I say that I say that our current
don't
president.
say it. 45.
I know.
45.
I know. I
45,
but
47.
he's like an arsonist, right?
Yeah.
He's like an arsonist.
Mhm.
So you set the fire, right?
Yeah.
But then you show up on the scene as the hero firefighter to put the
With the
fire
buckets to
out,
put the
right?
fire out.
Like
Exactly.
that's exactly how it is. And I
Hmm.
was so glad that Neveah, I was so glad that you said what you said because a lot of the young people are now like, "Oh, he saved TikTok. He saved TikTok." And it's like,
Which only further.
like he's
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
started
that
it.
it like first started when he was in office.
He's
Like
the
first
Yeah.
one
time
that
he was
His
started the
first term.
ban,
Right.
but quickly, how quickly people forget,
Yes.
Yep.
he is definitely a master manipulator, and this was all part of the master plan. I really
Yes.
believe. Even,
Bait and switch.
there you go,
Yep.
there you go. For him to, even for us to say that it started with him and he's the one who started the ban, that was part of the plan.
Mhm.
That was
From the
part of it
beginning.
from the very
Yeah.
From
beginning.
the beginning.
It's now and that's one thing that I'm telling you, the Republicans do very, very, very well.
Yes.
Better than anybody else.
They can lay out a plan that can take years,
They develop it,
years,
fund it.
years,
This plan has been in the works since I
long
was 12 years old.
time, long
When
time.
I heard George Bush, the first one, say we're putting forth a new world order.
Yep.
My mom was scared back then. I didn't know what she was scared about. You see
Hmm.
what my mom was
Now you
scared about
see.
now.
Now you see.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yeah. But I thought it would have to do a whole lot with the TikTok shop because there is billions of dollars generated on
Hmm.
that shop.
Hmm.
And if I don't know, let's say Mark Zuckerberg can get his hands on that,
Hmm.
that's more money coming in his pockets.
It is.
But and also too, they were saying, I heard it on the radio that first off, the Biden administration wasn't going to force it. They said they're going to just let the Trump administration take care of it. Somebody from his camp sent out a message to the media and news and saying that, well, when they get in office, he's not going to do nothing to it. He and eventually he probably just put a 90-day or whatever, how many days extension onto it to look into it to try to see what he can come up with. So it was never going to go down. And they had said that some people had just forgot about that. So that whole glitch thing happened, and a lot of people have forgot about that already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
just that
Mass
fast.
hysteria.
Yeah,
Yep,
just
yep.
that
Mass
fast. I forgot
hysteria.
that he said he wasn't going to touch it anyway,
Yeah.
but he touched it and blinked it and brought it back and said, "Oh, look what I did." No, you
Hmm.
didn't. You already said you was going to.
You was gonna do it.
You was already going to extend
He
this.
has the worst poker face on the face of the earth. He always gives up all the secrets, bro.
A few people
He
fell for the
find me
banana in
out
the
all
tailpipe.
the time.
A few people fell for the banana in the tailpipe, though.
Fell for the banana in the tailpipe,
Yeah, a
man.
few people did.
I know.
A few.
I see the eye cat. You looking this way?
No.
You trying to say I was drinking?
Uh, it fits.
I swear to goodness, Saturday I was at Applebee's like Tyrone Biggins, like, oh no,
My
oh God.
gosh.
Speaking of Tyrone Biggins, Fat Shout, Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah.
He was on the first 2025 edition of SNL celebrating 50 years of broadcasting. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
older than Saturday Night Live, bro. That is amazing.
Absolutely.
Hip Hop 50, SNL 50.
Yeah.
Go.
All the years of cutting up they've done on that show.
Yeah.
And I was telling Lamont as we watched it, uh, in a time where this cancel culture was created, they never ever spoke and know they couldn't cancel nothing on Saturday Night Live,
Nah.
and they have the most outrageous, over the top comedy
Skits.
skits.
Yep.
That's always edgy and pushing the ticket. I love it, but
It,
yeah, they never canceled that or even spoke of it.
yes, sir.
Think about that there.
But in classic form, my man Dave Chappelle went in with a monologue that was 17 minutes long. It was poignant.
Yeah.
It was funny, but it also gives hope for the
Mm.
future. He made a statement to 45, 47, and he said, this time, do better. I hate to tell you, Dave, I don't think that's going to happen, man.
I don't think so
Um,
either.
these type people, narcissists, can never be changed. They always think it's all about them, and they're always going to think it's all about them. But it was good to see him on there, and not only was Dave on there.
Ashley Leary, my
Oh,
dude,
Ashley
I
Leary
loved it.
had me
I
dying,
loved it.
man.
I
Um,
loved it. He always take Donnell Rawlins
oh
with
yeah,
him. That's
Darnell
great.
Rollins
That's
is his
love.
main man. I mean, that's
That's
like
love.
either
Yeah.
Darnell and Dave.
That's
So just
that's love.
they
That's
got a they
love.
got a friendship that's stood the test of time. You know what I'm saying? Um, but we also had my daughter's favorite. Glorilla was on there. She did one of the best sets I've seen on Saturday Night Live in the last past 10, 15 years, bro.
Yeah,
So it was
yeah,
definitely a good night for SNL and a good night for comedy.
Mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like Glorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like Glorilla? She all right? Yeah, yeah. I like her. I like her. I like her music. I like
It's,
her style.
yeah, but it's something about people from Tennessee, Memphis, the way they say they roll their words like
I can hear them talk all
music.
day.
I'm already
Yeah.
losing my music, man.
I just want to sit and
Music.
hear her talk. Heck yeah. Her accent has I'm so tickled.
Oh yeah.
That and the football player Xavier Leggett that plays for the Carolina Panthers.
Hmm.
His accent is crazy. He from Mullins. Man, that his little accent is so crazy. My goodness. But heck share. What else
Yeah.
you got for me in the chamber?
In the chamber, Fat Shout, President Uncle Joe B. See, this is another thing they're trying to give Trump credit for, but President Biden, one of his last acts in office, his official office duties,
Mm,
he was integral in the release of three hostages, Israeli hostages, from the massacre that happened in Israel. And they're in the process with a ceasefire and negotiations to release more hostages. And that was dope to see that initiated on his way out the door.
yeah.
Trump can't get credit for this one, man.
Yeah. Even though he will try.
Yep, yep.
He will try. He
Yeah.
something he a cold piece of work though, you know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean?
America's biggest gangster ever, I think.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. I would have to say he better get educated
Yep.
and get himself together. And that brings us to one of the one of the best segments, if I must say so myself, a minute with Mon P.
Yes, sir.
And this minute with Mon P for the week is a book that I just purchased. I do love to read. Inner Excellence. Inner Excellence by Jim Murphy. It's a book that I just purchased. It's designed to you can read it. It's a life-changing book where we are always faced with new challenges. The key is to be aware of how your inner dialogue affects you and how to always be focused on the best in you. Only when we see the best in ourselves can we inspire others to see it too. So make sure if you get a chance to pick up that book. It's a great read, you know. Always read to educate yourself and motivate yourself. Sometimes you can read it for entertainment, but just read. It's
Yeah.
all kind of good stuff inside the books that can help change your life. Sponsored by La Palmas. This minute with Mar P this week is sponsored by La Palmas Restaurant, Mexican restaurant, fine Mexican cuisine located in Brookfield, Missouri, Ohio. Go over and see my man Felix. Tell him that the Furrow Podcast sent you. In the summertime, he has a lovely patio and it's spacious. You can sit out there and enjoy the sounds of a great live band or get one of his delicious drink specials in his quality, top notch stock bar. So go to La Palmas over in Brookfield, La Palmas Family Restaurant. Tell my man Felix that Lamont sent you from the Furrow Podcast. And we'd like to thank all our sponsors, La Palmas, Talbots, and of course our local
NAACP.
NAACP.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's always good to have great sponsors. And I already said it, but I'm always say it. Power to the people. When you
When you
see
see
me,
me, you
see
see
you.
you.
It's all about us.
Yes, sir.
Still takes a village. Adults need villages too.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I know I do.
You need therapy, old Browns fan. Golly. Yeah. And lots of prayer.
Yeah, I get that. I get that all the time, fam.
Yeah, whatever.
And speaking of the NAACP, this episode of In the Booth with Rich Stacks is brought to you by the good people at the Mercer County NAACP, which is one of the oldest chapters in this country. Fast shout out to the people at the NAACP that do the hard work and due diligence to get out there and make sure our rights are protected. Not just civil rights, but human rights.
That's right.
NAACP,
That's right. Do your due diligence to hit up a member or call and get information on how you can get you a membership, whether it be a lifetime membership or a month to month membership. It's always important to be a part of something great like that.
for sure, though. In this segment of In the Booth with Rich Stacks, we don't have any new music. We got something pertaining to today's date. No, not the inauguration.
No.
We're talking about Dr. Martin Luther King.
For the king,
Yes, sir.
celebrate. Sing, sing, celebrate.
Days in the booth. We wish that's good vocals, bro. Like,
Sorry.
we're gonna have to get you in the stew, man.
Yeah.
Today's in the booth with Rich Stacks is we're going to be talking about a special song, one of the best songs. Everybody's birthday, y'all should be singing this song right here.
That's right.
Stevie Wonder's "Happy Birthday." It was dedicated to Dr. Martin Luther King in 1980 and was integral in bringing forth Martin Luther King's birthday as a national holiday. The song galvanized the public in support of making this holiday all over the 50 states of this United States, minus one, Arizona. They were feeling some type of way because, well, never mind, we won't talk about that. But just want to say this in the booth with DJ Rich Stacks is very special because that album right there was one of the dopest albums to be made by Stevie. And he's one of our true living legends, and we got to protect him, y'all. So fat shout out to Stevie Wonder for
Yeah.
his help in making this day a national holiday.
Stevie was a part of a lot of important songs. You know
Yeah,
what I
man.
mean? The one with Save America, Defeat America,
Yeah.
when all of them was on
Yeah.
there. Cindy Lauper, Stevie Wonder,
We are the
Michael
world.
Jackson, We Are the World. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I messed that all up.
Right. We are the world. Michael
We Are the
Jackson
World. Yeah.
on his face when I think it was Huey Newton and Cindy
Cindy
Lauper
Lauper,
was
Cindy
trying to sing
Lauper.
his vocals.
Yeah,
He
man.
looked at them like, and
Yeah,
then
man.
my favorite artist on We Are the World was the late great Ray Charles.
Mm.
You remember his bar? He said, "There's a choice we're making. We're saving our whole life.
Yeah,
It's true. We make a better day. Just you and me."
yeah. Everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. Absolutely. And one of my all-time favorite Stevie Wonder songs is That Girl.
Oh yeah.
Anything where he break down and the break and he going to the
Put that
bridge.
harmonica on it.
That harmonica, man. Stevie with the harmonica is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to our brother DJ KB. He
Yes, sir.
always loves and forever will love Stevie Wonder, one of his like all-time great favorite musicians.
Mm-hmm.
And about Stevie, like he plays all those instruments,
Yeah.
sing, write music, orchestrate, set up and arrange. Stevie, yeah, heck yeah. Hassan,
I'm just impersonating. I'm just impersonating.
heck
And your
yeah.
little hoarseness kind of
Yeah,
really made
it
it.
helps.
It helps.
This one
Yeah.
it also helps in this impersonation. Um, ladies and
Tell
gentlemen,
him that, Doc. He needs to get that cleared up. That
he said, "Don't encourage." He said, "Don't encourage it."
incur that gravel in his throat and all that stuff.
He said, "My
Now,
voice sounds like
get you to come up with some, give him a home remedy here. You need to give him some holistic information. You need to give him some holistic or some.
me. My voice sounds like Wheezy Jefferson. Oh, joy.
Yeah,
I've been looking at Jeffersons a lot
Oh yeah,
lately.
yeah.
it's good to go back and look at good nostalgia TV.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
And I realized I failed my kids too because I asked
You
my
didn't have him watch it?
I was like, "Do y'all know the Jeffersons?" They were like, they looked at me like, "Who?"
Or
I failed my kids.
no Sanford and Son
You know the
either.
Jeffersons, Neveah?
Oh my!
Okay, okay. I got one for you. What about Martin?
Who?
Martin? Oh my.
Stop it,
No.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air?
But yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Martin. No
Okay, we got
Martin.
one out of three
Yeah.
ain't bad.
I'm
But
gonna
you,
say, if you don't know Martin, you got to get on that. I'm about to put you right on the profit right now. Like, oh, and we got one less guest.
Names. I'm not good with names.
I hear you. Not a problem. Right about now, we're going to go into a quick segment. You're privy to something special. Our sponsor, Talbot, who's going to sponsor this segment too because it's his product. Um,
Oh snap!
ooh, when I seen this the other day, bro, I wish we had the video and you could see the display on it, but oh my God. It is ice cream, cinnamon, caramel glazed fudge taco
Mm.
with caramel dipping sauce.
And you know they
Yeah,
don't make them in the store no more. Them chocolate tacos.
no,
You can go right out to Talbot's and get a fresh.
you are in the market, bro.
My gosh, to cow.
To cow, to cow.
Mm.
Let's shout the Talbot's Tap Room and Terrace, our first sponsor. You know what I mean? Buddy out there doing his thing, chefing up. And I heard there's plans to develop and make the place bigger.
Yeah, fat shout out to our brother Cal. I seen him in Lock, Stock, and Barrel
Oh,
the other day. Much love, brother, and much continued success and blessings. He's always expanding and changing and
yep.
pushing the ticket when it comes to his menu.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all make sure y'all grow on out there to Grove City and tap in with my brother Cal.
Oh yeah,
Get
get you
Cal
one of them
bits.
32-ounce steaks. Yeah,
Yeah,
I ate
nah.
that for my 50th birthday, but I didn't eat for 4 days. I didn't eat for 4 days. I starved myself. And don't give me that look. You better not give me that look.
Doc, Doc.
You better not give me that look.
And this comes from a man that the gout jumped dead on him every time. And you see how happy he was to
Yeah,
talk about that red meat?
Yep.
See?
that was the only red meat I ate that
Pinching.
month.
Pinching for me, Doc.
It was the only red meat I ate that month.
Yeah.
Good in moderation.
No, he did not.
No, Doc, I ate that
Wash it
whole
down with
steak
a
in like
beer.
months. Beer
Doc.
and a shot.
All right.
Doc, and wash it down with a beer. All the stuff that flares it up. You feel me? I
We got
need you to talk to
real
him.
talk. We
Thank,
got to
thank,
talk.
that's
I appreciate you.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Better, Doc, though. I lost 25 pounds
Oh,
since
that's
the
awesome.
end of the year, so I'm doing better.
That's what's up.
I'm
Doc,
doing better.
That's what's up.
he lost it and found it right on back. It's all on his back. Now how about that? He found it back and it's all on his
About
back.
No, we ain't gonna
How
talk
about
about that
that?
like we ain't gonna talk about that peanut on the back of your head.
Hey,
No,
hey,
no,
hey,
just
hey, hey, hey. Your back is big like that, and that's that.
oh, they do call me Big Bag.
That's right.
Big Bag, Big Bag.
God, oh,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the part of the show that everybody loves. The interview. You want to do the honors, my brother?
well, today's show is about the sickle cell drive that's coming up, and my producer, the sickle cell show that's coming up, and get at myself, the blood drive, February 7th, 10:30 to 4 p.m. Where located at the Furrow High School gym for the sickle cell anemia fighters. And you can sign up by scanning the code. We have it set up on our Facebook page. Reach out to the good doctor, Miss Tonia Farmer, or Miss Neveah Gillespie, and or anyone associated with. We have all the information on our Furrow Family Facebook
Yes,
page.
sir.
The Sickle Cell Drive, the Jack and Jill of America Incorporated Youngstown chapter is partnering with the Mercer County NAACP, Shenango Valley Urban League, and the Jaden Sebastian Blake Foundation to host a community sickle cell drive on Friday, February 7th, 2025. The blood drive will be held at the Furrow High School from 10:30 to 4 p.m. The blood drive will also be an opportunity for Furrow High senior Neveah Gillespie to complete her senior project by working closely with delivering a successful drive. Sickle cell diseases is an inherited genetic red blood disorder, most commonly affecting those African descent. More than 100,000 or million people in the U.S. have sickle cell disease. The blood of individuals with sickle cell diseases carries deformed or sickle cell red blood cells. Red blood cells carry oxygen, so those with sickle cell can suffer from a range of complications, including acute
Anemia.
like, anemia. No, I just lost my spot. Acute anemia, tissue and organ damage, terrible pain, infections, delayed growth, strokes, and even death. While new gene therapy has recently been approved by FDA, this the therapy is quite expensive and not available across the country. Even with new advances in therapy, blood transfusions are a critical treatment providing fresh, normal red blood cells when needed. 1 in 3 black donors is a match for people with sickle cell diseases, and this is why it is so important to increase the number of Jack and Jill of America Incorporated has a national partnership with the American Red Cross for many years.
Mm.
In 2021, due to the blood donation crisis, the Red Cross launched its National Sickle Cell initiative to grow the number of black donors, black blood donors to help patients with sickle cell disease. Blood donations help to improve health outcomes for this population known to have a significant higher incident of diseases. Jack and Jill chapters across the country launched their own sickle cell blood drives to support the initiative. The Youngstown chapter is honored to partner with the local community organizations, the Mercer County NAACP, and the Shenango Valley Urban League to increase visibility and participation in the blood drive. This year will mark the second sickle cell blood drive for Youngstown chapter and its local partnering organizations. Last year, Last year, the drive saw significant success after collecting 68 units of blood and 40 of those being from black donors. Our goal this year is to register at least 100 donors so we can surpass the units collected last year. The Jaden Sebastian Blake Foundation was started in 2022 for Jaden's tragic death from a car accident. Jaden was a Jack and Jill alum attending Grand Valley State University in Michigan. While in the hospital, Jaden required over 60 units of blood products to support his injuries. His parents, Yvonne Blake Brown and Milton Brown, started the foundation to honor Jaden's memory and to highlight the importance of donating blood. A single blood donation can save up to 3 lives. Who can donate at our sickle cell drive? Generally, anyone 16 years of age with parent consent and older can donate. There are other criteria to pass that is determined during a brief screening interview. The donation will also include a wellness check to include blood pressure, pulse, temperature, iron level, and sickle cell screening. Those that donate will receive a $20 Amazon e-gift card and a $15 e-gift card to a merchant of choice. Yummy snacks, pizza, and drinks will be provided. T-shirts will be given while supplies last. Registration is open now. Go to www.tedcrossblood.org she.htm.drive results.
Or they can use the QR code
Or they can use the QR code,
on the flyer.
which is on the flyer, which is located on our Farrell Family Facebook page.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's your flyer, Neveah?
And
Yep, I
that's
just
what it'll
needed
be
it.
looking like on our Farrell Facebook family page. There you have it right there on the screen. So revert back to our page and you can get the information that's needed to be a part and help out and do your due diligence for a great special
Event
program and
definitely
event.
Yeah.
definitely helps out the community. I have a question for the both of y'all. First, doctor,
Mm-hmm.
what inspired you to organize this blood drive at the Federal High School? And
Mm-hmm.
Miss Gillespie, what inspired you to volunteer your time and services?
So the blood drive, it was an initiative, as you read, that started due to our partnership, Jack and Jill of America Incorporated, which is an 87-year-old Black organization. We've had a long-term partnership with the American Red Cross, and in 2021, after they started their initiative to really go into the Black community to try to get more Black donors. Um, the chapters of Jack and Jill, there's over 240 chapters
Mm,
across the country for Jack and Jill. The Youngstown chapter is just one chapter.
hmm.
There's 8 chapters in Ohio. So we're one of the 8 chapters in Ohio. So we decided that we wanted to start a sickle cell drive, and we had the first sickle cell drive they've ever had in this area last year.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
we knew you can have more success in partnerships, right? And we knew that if we were to partner with other local organizations that have the same mindset as we do, that have the same um, goals that we do to
Hmm.
uplift the Black community. So we went and partnered with the NAACP and the Urban League to start the blood drive. One of our members of the Youngstown chapter, Miss Vicky Latsu, she's a teacher at Farrell High School.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Shout Miss Latson.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, shout out,
Yes.
shout out.
Yes.
We she suggested that, the Federal High School would be a great, venue, a location for us. And one of her students who was a senior was looking for a senior project. So
Mhm.
this was a great way for us to also incorporate her into the senior project. And now we have Neveah this year, who's completing. It was such a success, I think. And Neveah can tell you, her standpoint why she said, "Hey, I want to do that." But it was a great success. The blood drive was a great success. So we said, let's bring it back. We're going to do it again this year, and we want to do it better. So
Gotcha.
I think last year they didn't think that we could do it, that we could get as many units as many people registered,
Yes, you did.
but as we did, but we did. We knocked it out the park last year.
Oh yeah.
So, and we want to do the same this year.
I hear you.
Yeah.
That's really dope, and I'm sure with you partnering, you're gonna get more and more volunteers to come out.
Yeah.
I'm planning on being one if I can get my lunch break timed out right.
Oh,
Kind of
who do I
donate.
need to talk to? Because I can write you a doctor's note. I can write you a
Gotcha.
note. I can write you a note. But it's also near and dear to my heart as well. All three of my children actually have sickle cell trait. My husband has sickle cell trait, and sickle cell is a genetic disorder that's passed down.
Yes, sir.
It's sickle cell anemia is a dominant trait. So what that means is if both parents have sickle cell trait,
Mhm.
then there's a high probability that you'll have a child that has sickle cell disease.
Disease. Gotcha.
Correct, correct. But all three of my children receive the trait from my husband. So while they don't, persons who have sickle cell trait don't have the severity of symptoms and disease as those with sickle cell anemia,
Mhm.
it is still something that, from a medical standpoint, you have to be careful about, and they know how to take care of themselves. My children do with sickle cell trait. So
Yes, ma'am.
and Jaden was a youth in Jack and Jill. He graduated from a chapter in the Midwest region. He was away at college and unfortunately was in a horrific car accident and lost his
Have
life.
mercy.
And
Have
his
mercy.
mother never wanted his memory to go unknown. And he received a tremendous amount of blood products when he was in
Mhm.
the hospital. Children from Jack and Jill youth, our youth, teens, mothers, dads, and our in Jack and Jill across the Midwest were showing up at the hospital to donate their blood to Jayden. So she knew how important blood donations were. So we've also partnered with their foundation as well. Again, to bring more visibility and eyes on our blood drive.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, Miss Gillespie, what initiated you to volunteer?
When Haven did it last year, I was very interested in it, and in my future, I do want to go into be a pediatrician. So
Ah,
with that, I'm gonna have to
Awesome.
deal with children who go through sickle cell.
Mhm.
it's
And Haven also is gonna be a pediatrician. Shout out to her because she gave us an idea. And last year, I was like, I'm gonna do this next year. And Miss Latsu, she hit me up right at the end of the year. She's like, we gotta get this going. I'm like, uh-oh. So then beginning of the year we started a little bit and then it just kept going. But and then when we went I had a class with Haven. It was Miss Latsu's class and Haven was in there and we had like six girls in there. There was one other boy, it was Haven's friend, and we were just all in on it and we were just helping and they would always talk about it all the time. I was like, I'm so excited. And talk about the sickle cell. I have like when we went it's anatomy and physiology class, so when we went through our chapter about blood and everything, like I kind of had an interest in it, like it's kind of interesting like learning about the different types and everything. And then we got into like sickle cell. That's when I was more interested in it, and then when I found out like it affects African Americans and I'm an African American woman, so
yes,
it's,
ma'am.
I would love to help people who go
Mhm.
through that. So yeah, that's kind of where it
Gotcha.
originated from.
Well, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank both of y'all for being here on the show because I think more of our audience needs to learn about the illnesses that
Yeah.
predominantly
Affect us
affect
as a
us. Yes,
community. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
As me and my brother say, health is wealth. If
Yes.
you ain't got your health, you ain't got nothing.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely,
Yep.
absolutely. So we hope as many people in the community can come out and register. If you go to the QR code or the website, you can register. There's different time slots, so you can just sign up, for your time slot that you're able to
And
come out. Yep.
out.
And it is a very quick process. It's very efficient. The American Red Cross comes in, they bring all of the equipment, all their staff, and so it's not a long process to donate blood. So as many people as we can get registered. Last year we had over 90 people register, and from that we got the 68 units.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Just because you register doesn't mean that you'll necessarily qualify to donate the blood, so that's why we need to really have as many people to register
Mhm.
as possible. There may be different reasons or factors why you can't donate your blood, on that particular day.
Yes, ma'am.
But
What steps are being taken
mhm.
to encourage the first time donors at this drive?
So, um, like this, certain education,
Hmm.
certainly educating the community. We hope that that inspires first time, registrants to come
Hmm.
because they want to be a part. They see the significance of it. When you come to the blood drive, we will have health checks, which is going to be a good thing. So, getting your blood pressure checked. Also, we're going to check and see if you could possibly be anemic. We
Mm,
also check you to see if you could possibly have sickle cell trait. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people walking around who have no idea that they have sickle cell
have it.
trait. Yeah, that they
Gotcha.
have the sickle cell trait. And that's a significance to know in our community. My children know, okay, if you meet a young man, right? The first question you better ask him is, do you have sickle cell trait?
Yeah.
Okay?
Dang.
Because there's a high probability that you will have a child with sickle cell disease.
Yeah.
Okay? So these are so education is really important, but we're going to have fun. We have a great time that's there. We're going to provide an e-gift card to everyone who comes. You get a Amazon gift card. You also
Mhm.
get a second $15 e-gift card to any merchant. We have food there, pizza, drinks, snacks, because it's also important that
Snacks.
snacks,
Snacks.
Mm.
snackers,
Snacks.
Remember.
I'll be there.
snacks. It's snacks. It's important. We also want to educate people ahead of time before you come. Okay, this is so 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 very important. When you give blood, you're taking a volume out of you when you give a unit of blood, right? So anybody who chooses to come and donate their blood, we want you to hydrate yourself beforehand. Okay. So when you sign up for your slots, all right, those days, even a week leading up to the event, we want to
Make sure
make
you're
sure you're
hydrated.
drinking plenty of fluids. We want to make sure that you're getting plenty of protein, you're getting good fruits and vegetables in you so that you will be able to come healthy and donate that blood, and you won't have any side effects from donating the blood.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And Miss Neveah, um, how are you trying to engage to, you know, take some fear or I don't want to do it or question to help some younger people in school to donate possibly?
Well, actually,
How's that
I've
going?
been it's been a lot recently. A lot of kids I talk to in school, they're like, "No, like I'm scared, I don't want to." But I have to tell them like it's okay. But it's kind of hard for me to tell them that because last year I was a bit dramatic. My
Okay.
freshman, I was pretty dramatic. At
Okay.
first I wasn't able to get it done, but I was like, no, like I want to support Havens, and they
Mhm.
redid it because my
Mhm.
iron was too low. But then I was fine, and then my veins ended up I don't know, they couldn't catch it, and then
Mhm.
like I was already scared of needles, so she kept poking me. I was like, I don't want to do that. So it's kind of something like that. But then like the athletes with the I'm sorry, I forgot his name. The boy who struggled with the sickle cell, and he was an athlete. I try to give that.
Pharaoh?
No, the foundation work.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, 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 okay.
Mhm. I try to like bring that up, like, oh, well, this athlete, like, he
Hmm.
died of sickle cell
Hmm.
anemia, so it's like you can help out and donate, but they're
Yeah.
just like, no. So it's gonna take a lot. Usually telling them like, oh, you get a gift card and stuff. Sometimes they're like, wait, like I might do that, like I get free money, which that's terrible, but it's if they're gonna give the blood.
It's an incentive, right?
Yeah.
It's bribing you, but it's just an
Yeah.
incentive
Yeah.
for you to
Yeah.
come. But I think that that's great for you, Nevaeh, because I always say lead by example.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yes.
if they see you doing it, even through your fear, that you're doing it. Trust me, last year I hate that I'm even going to admit this here, but last year when I donated, it was the very first time I've ever donated blood, believe it or not. And as a physician, I know how important it is to donate blood, but I let fear all those years keep me from donating blood because as much as I can stick you with a needle, don't come near me with a needle. Okay, don't come near me with a needle, so
But I've never donated.
I had fear. I
I've,
did. It was a true fear. Even
uh,
even when I go and get like regular blood work, if I had to get blood work or even get a flu shot, it's that fear. You get your heart starts to
Yeah.
race, you get that tachycardia, you start
Um,
sweating,
what do they call it? White.
White coat
white coat
syndrome.
syndrome.
Yeah.
I get that.
I
My blood
literally.
pressure, like I have to close my eyes when I get my blood
Yeah.
pressure taken
Yeah. It's real.
and breathe in deep
It's
because
real.
when they that
Dog, he's a
push up,
hypochondriac.
I'm not a
Dog,
hypochondriac.
jump in right in that conversation.
I
Feed
gotta
into
go.
that. He's a
I'm telling
hypochondriac.
you real stuff that has happened to me.
Hypochondriac.
And this man wants to see
You always want to jump and claim it.
no,
I'm
no,
done with him.
I'm
I'm
not
done with him.
Sometimes once you get past that fear and you do it, because once I donated and it was so quick, like it
Mhm.
was so quick to give it, it was like, wow, that wasn't so bad, right? And I really felt bad, like, man, all these years I could have been donating blood, but I just let that fear overtake me.
Mhm.
So hopefully anybody who might say I'm afraid of needles or whatever, just remember what the cause is for. And when we say you donate 1 unit of blood, think about it. There are 3 lives that you could
Save.
save by just donating that
Mhm.
1 unit of blood. There are black people who have died from sickle cell disease because they were not able to
To
get
get the
that
blood.
blood
Yeah.
because of
Go
the
ahead.
blood shortage. So just keep that in mind,
Yes.
really is to just come. This is the whole purpose, right, for
Mhm.
Martin Luther King Day that we're celebrating. I'm so glad
The
that
day of
this
service.
podcast is on this day, that this is a service. And we want to provide a diverse pool of blood out there. We want to have the American Red Cross to have every hospital, everywhere they're giving blood, that we want them to have a diverse pool of blood so they can service more of us, more black people who are in need of that. So that is how important this blood drive is. And we're hoping we're going to hit our goal of 100 registrants that come to our blood drive.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna speak it into existence. It's gonna happen.
That's right.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We speak those
Miss
things though they were.
Miss Neveah, has volunteering for this event has it changed your outlook on volunteering socially?
Yeah, actually, I'm not donate. I've volunteered
Volunteer.
for things before.
Okay.
Right now, this is like it's more than what I've usually done. Like I'm putting a lot of my time in canceling things, calling off of work, things like that, just to be able to like. I've
Yeah,
had more
that-
things like being on the podcast. I've done
yes, ma'am.
speeches. I have another one coming up pretty soon. We just have to schedule it. It's like I take that time out of my day to be able to do that, and that's what I want to do. I wouldn't do it if I didn't want to.
Gotcha.
Doing for others.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what's important.
Mhm.
The service to others. That's what,
Sure.
and that's what
Hmm.
exemplifies MLK, the spirit of MLK.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. And as always on the Pharaoh podcast, when our guests come on, take time out their day to come on, we like to give gifts and give you your flowers as a token of appreciation, love, and support. And as in the other day, here we go.
It's a green bag. It's Eagles colors.
Right. See, your Eagles fans up in here.
Actually, we just try to stay green.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Neveah, uh, Dr. Pitts, I usually ask a question, but I have to exclude you from this question because you're not too far removed from this age. Dr. Pitts, if you had a time machine or had the ability to go back to your 16-year-old self, what would be some words of wisdom you would give to yourself?
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
Taking into consideration who's in the White House right now. I'm just like,
I think that if I had to give my 16-year-old self any advice, it would be that everything happens for a reason.
mhm,
And even though you think that something is not going the way you want it to go, it's for a reason. I always stress this to my own children. We have a plan, but God's plan is greater. You
indeed.
know, His plan is greater. So don't worry when it looks like a door was shut. Don't worry when you received a no. Don't worry when you didn't get into that school you wanted to go to. There's a purpose for it.
Okay.
You might not know what right now, but there's a purpose for
Purpose
it.
for everything.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Yeah.
And the converse to that would be okay, I can ask you this question. In 16 years from now, what are some words that you will tell your older self from a younger perspective?
Oh.
That's
I would
harder
probably
than mine.
Yeah,
Yes.
because trust me, when you get older, Things get a little bit harder.
Yeah, it's like who am I supposed my 17-year-olds, what am I supposed to tell myself? I'm like
17 years from now.
I would probably just tell myself it's all worth it. Like everything I've
Love that.
it's worth it because every day, like I'll look at something last week and be like, oh, that really took a lot of time. But then now I'm like, I'm glad I did that.
Yes.
Like,
That's a great answer.
yeah, like um, actually, I'm contemplating on playing one of my favorite sports this season to give like time into like working and things. So I'm going to college pretty soon, and I'm gonna be upset about it, but also my future self is gonna be like, it's okay, like it was worth
It
it.
was worth it.
Now you're at the spot that you need to be at.
Mm. Well, from the bottom of my heart, I want to wish the drive nothing but success. And for you in your class of the class of 2025, because I got somebody special that's in that class of 2025. I'm not going to embarrass her and say no names, but my baby. Um, I wish your generation nothing but success
Mm-hmm.
and be optimistic even in the dark times because we are resilient.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just talking about black people, I'm talking about people in general are resilient.
Mm-hmm.
We're able to get through anything,
Mm-hmm.
all the hard times. And like you said, it's going to be worth it
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Thank y'all for being
Thank you.
on the show.
Can I add one more quick thing
Yes,
before we go? We were talking about this before we actually came live, but
ma'am.
even though this is a sickle cell drive and we're targeting the black community, I want everybody to know that you don't have to be black
Not at all.
to
Right.
come to our drive.
Not at
Okay, you don't have to be black to come and donate blood. We want
Everybody's welcome.
all blood. Okay, we want all races to please come
Mhm.
and give your blood. Okay, there is more that is needed. For blood
Sure.
drives. So this is open to everyone in the community. All
Like your
right.
college alum buddy said, the great Mike Tomlin,
Uh-huh.
this is a nameless gray faces type
Yep.
of event.
That's
Yep.
right.
You know what I mean? No color, no ethnicity is involved.
Not at all.
One
Yes.
from all. We
Yes.
need you.
Our blood does matter, and that's why we're targeting the black community. But we welcome all to
And donate.
come to our drive and to
Absolutely.
donate their blood. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. That
And
was important to say.
I have one last question for you both. Starting with you, Miss Neveah. What has been the most rewarding part of helping to organize and volunteer this drive?
I would say it just keeps me on my toes, makes me like when I'm not in sports right now, I'm just doing cheer. I'm just a slumped sleep like I was all weekend. But then it's like today it made me get up and get on my feet. But I think it'll definitely pay off whenever we see the results and when everything is a success because I'm speaking into existence that it will be a
That's right.
success.
That's right.
Yes.
And
That's right.
I know God got us through this. So
Absolutely.
I
Amen.
think it'll all pay
Amen.
off in the
I
end.
know.
I love to hear talk like that coming from this generation.
Yes.
We need more of
Y'all the
we
leaders
need
in
more
the
of
school. We
Yeah.
got y'all back.
Absolutely.
Right.
And you, Miss Farmer?
I think the greatest thing for me really has been working with the young people and having, the senior do their senior project with us. That was like an extra layer, to our blood drive,
Hmm.
So when Miss Vicky suggested that, it was like, wow, that's an extra layer to our program.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been very rewarding because last year, let me tell you, these young people showed up at the blood drive and they were
Awesome.
working.
Oh yeah.
Like they were
Awesome.
working. So it was great to see that many young people who came to the blood drive, and we hope to see just as many this year. Yeah.
Oh, someone says, how should we prepare before giving blood?
Yep. Like I had said before, you prepare by your sleep and by your eating. Okay. So you want to get plenty of rest because you want to build up your immune system.
Hmm.
You want to drink plenty of water every day. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. You want to eat good, nice, hearty fruits and vegetables. And even during, that's why we're going to have snacks and everything there. And then after you leave the blood drive, you want to continue those things. You want to get some rest, recharge your body, replenish your body, and drink plenty of fluids and hydrate. I can't reinforce how important it is to hydrate. And once you go and register, you're going to get a lot of different information that's going to be sent to you through email that's coming from the American Red Cross to
Hmm.
also help you, prepare. Yep.
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 And I would like to add and sprinkle on there. I'm not sure if it's part of the information, but if it's your first time and you unsure, have someone drive you to the site.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you know
Sure.
what I mean? Just in case you kind of leery and think you might,
Yeah,
have effects that may cause you to pass out afterwards, have someone drive you and accompany you just to
great
be on the
point.
safe side. That's it.
Great
That's
point.
what I would add to it.
Great point. Great
Yeah,
point. Yep, our blood matters. Yes.
Mhm.
sure.
Like I
Yes.
said, do whatever you can. Power to the people. When you
You
see
see me,
me, you
you
see
see
you.
you.
And here at the
Sure.
Thorough
Love it.
Podcast, we want to just educate,
Man,
entertain,
motivate.
inspire, motivate, and entertain.
Yes, sir.
In no particular order, but in those words.
Yep.
And we greatly appreciate you ladies for coming on,
Having us.
Thank you
taking the
for having
time out
us.
to come out in this cold, cold, oh my gosh, cold, ice cold weather.
Yeah.
Man.
My youngest daughter, Gabby, said, Dad, it's 8 degrees outside and 7 of them is prejudice. I said,
Yeah. So once again, we thank you for coming out. Thank you for everyone for tuning in once again for another great, special, dope episode of the Furrow Podcast, Season 3, Episode 2. We're just going to keep on doing it and stacking up good quality content for the people. Um, Stay tuned. This year, we'll have a lot of great, exciting guests, as we always do. Much love to my nephew, Encyclopedia E,
yep, yep.
Eric Bell. Always does so much and helping to keep everything in the community going, especially up on the football field with our young student athletes. Uh, Respect to our brother, BK. It ain't Wednesday.
PK all day.
Always Woo Wednesday. We love
Yep.
you, Brian Keller.
And
Always
fly,
in the
and
hearts.
fly, Eagles fly, BK.
Right.
I'm rooting for the Eagles for the rest of the year, fam.
Yes.
Rooting for the Eagles for the rest of the year.
Big friends here. We got
Share. Might even pull out my throwback Black Mike Vick jersey
Got the mic there?
just for my brother BK. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? Fast shout out to our brother KB. We love you, KB. One of the best DJs in the
In the
land.
land,
That's on the
international.
my man, my dog.
Yes, sir.
And fast shout out to one last time all our sponsors, the NAACP, uh, Talbot's Tap Room and Chairs, and La Palma Restaurant. And the people that
yes.
tune in and comment every week.
Yeah,
We
thank you
greatly
all for commenting.
appreciate your support and engagement. We thank you. Yeah, if I had 1,000 tongues, I could not thank you enough. I ain't said that in a long time. Some remark weirded me out about that, like, yo, you was wearing the 1,000 tongue thing out. So what? I got it from one of my pastor buddies. You know what I mean? That's deep. I think it's deep. You know what I mean? That's a lot of things. You know, but you ladies have any special shout outs you want to shout out to anyone before we wrap it up and get out of here? Miss Neveah, Miss Farmer? Anybody?
You got a shout
Anybody?
out, Nevaeh?
Um, Shout out to all the people that are helping me with this. Shout out to my parents. Love you guys. You guys are really helping me get through this.
Oh,
Shout out my friends just because.
yeah, let's go.
And I want to shout out, of course, every mother in the Youngstown chapter of Jack and Jill. I want to shout out the chair of our blood drive, Miss Akeisha Roundtree, actually, who is spearheading this drive. We shouted out Miss Vicky Latsu as well, one of our members. And I want to shout out my sorority sister, D, over there. I want to shout her out. Thank you
Yeah,
for
Miss
Yeah,
setting this
Scarborough.
up.
show
Thank you for
bro.
setting this
Shout,
up.
show bro.
You know, I
Yes.
want to shout her out. I can't say my sorority sister without saying my sorority Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Yeah.
So, yes, yes.
Oh man, classic movie that made me want to go to college was Spike Lee's
School
School
days.
Days
Oh my God.
in different world.
I am. I got my man. Yeah. Fat shout out to Miss Amanda Porterfield.
Oh, you
Miss
sure?
Miss Nevaeh's mom. Porterfield, your family is tough, man. Ethan Porterfield,
Yeah,
40.
cousin.
Oh man, your family got a lot of ballers, hoopers, everything. Very athletic family, man. And
Yes,
I coached against I believe your uncle probably my guy. Fat shout out to the whole Porterfield family.
yep.
My
Show my
people.
grandpa that he's gonna be so excited.
Yeah, shout out to the Porterfields. I love you guys, man. A great family.
Oh yeah,
God bless them all.
indeed. We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to the Feral Podcast. This has been a dope show, and thank y'all for all the crucial information. And make sure y'all get out there. Everybody that's right now watching, make sure you get out there and volunteer. Donate some blood. You can save a life.
Yes.
For
That's
free.
right. Fat shout out to the Jack and Jill of America, Youngstown chapter. Fat
Yep.
shout out to the Mercer County NAACP always. And big up
Mhm.
you yourself.
And the Shenango Valley Urban League.
The
Urban League,
Shenango Valley
definitely.
Urban League. Fat
Yes.
shout out to the Shenango Valley Urban League. All, all organizations that's help making a difference and really not talking about it, but being about it. Putting
Indeed.
rubber to the road and getting stuff done. That's what it's all about. That's Miss Latsu.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Miss
yeah, Miss
Latsu.
Latsu. Shout out to Miss Vicky. Yeah, she was one of our teachers, and she also played a part in, our development and growth, was it whether she knows it or not,
Yeah.
and leading by example and continuing the great excellence from the great cloth that she was cut from. So we thank you and greatly appreciate you for being a part of our lives as youth and growing up. You come from a very special, blessed family. Thank you and your family for being there and continuing to pour back into our community and the children. Thank you, and we love you.
Yep. Yep.
So I think that's going to be it. I believe a national championship game is on. Go Ohio
The
State. The Ohio.
Ohio State.
Shout out to the Styles brothers, our boy Lorenzo Styles.
Yes,
His
sir.
friends is out there, Sonny, and the other one out there. They out there getting it done, knocking cats' heads off.
How you gonna do him like Tito Jackson though? You gonna just say the other one?
To my head, not my heart. Sonny, and God dog it, they gonna kill me. I say you
I should have
probably
kept
shouldn't
my
even
mouth
say
shut because
right.
yeah, I forgot
No,
myself.
God dog it.
Like you said, no, I'm gonna say charge
To
it
the
to my
Styles
age.
boys. Yeah. Shout out to the Styles
Yes,
brothers
sir.
out there making a difference. The mom, the dad, the Styles family out in Columbus. And I gotta give a shout out to Notre Dame too. My brother Mark that
Yeah.
passed away. That was his squad. He would have loved to see the Dame, as he called him, out there on
Mhm.
the field tonight. So big up Notre Dame too. You know what I mean? With the coach, Coach Freeman, did a good, phenomenal job with turning that program around and getting them to the point to where they are. So
Yes, sir.
that being said, we're gonna piece it on out,
Peace.
and we'll see you on the next episode of the Furrow
Okay.
Podcast. Thank you for
One
tuning
love.
in.